What's up, YouTube friends, and welcome back. First of all, before we do anything, I want to thank all the subscribers. We've had a lot more subscribers come on lately, so if that is you, thank you very much. If you have not subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that button. Really appreciate it, and we have all sorts of exciting stuff. Today is one of those days we have exciting stuff. You'll remember I worked on the John Deere in the last mower video. The last video was on the Johnson and how I was pretty much done with that. We did some on this. I have not forgotten about the John Deere. It's kind of raining off and on and kind of making me mad. But anyway, we haven't forgot about this. We're still going to work on it. But today we have some super exciting news right behind me over here. Let's go check it out. All right, we have a 1989 Dodge 3/4 ton with a 12-valve Cummins. This has the mechanical VE pump right here, and it is pre-intercooled, so it's one of the early ones. They didn't start the intercooler until 91.5, so we just have straight from the turbo into the intake. Those that actually know me know a long time ago I used to mess with diesels a whole lot, particularly Cummins, the second gens, the 24 valves and the second gen 12 valves. This one is something I kind of looked into. Real good family friend had it on his property, and I asked about it, just told him it was a nice truck, and he told me to take it. After telling him several times that I could just take it from him, he insisted that I do it, or he was going to give it to one of those companies that you just donate a car to, and they trash it, crush it, whatever they do with it. So instead of that being its fate, I decided to take him up on his offer and take it from him. A lot of it is in rough shape. It's sat for 5+ years that we know of. It does need quite a bit of work, but that's the beauty of it. It does have a lot of sentimental value, and that kind of motivates you a little bit more than something that you buy and then you have to put money into. So this one, money is no object, because never get rid of it. It's something we'll always just keep on making better. So the paint's in a little rough shape, needs a lot of stuff here and there. The engine, what I did do some work on this before I started recording, because I put a brand new battery in it and then tried to crank it over. The starter would click against the flywheel, and that's about it. So I was scared the engine was locked up until I kind of beat on the starter with a hammer a little bit, and it started to roll over a little bit, so I knew it wasn't locked up. Went in and pulled the starter, and this is what I found. First glance, doesn't look too bad, but you roll it over and boom. This is probably why it wasn't it wasn't turning the starter over. Everything's probably just trashed inside. So we got this out, and by the way, if you've never taken one of these off, this bolt right here is real fun, because there's about that much room. You have to have 2 extensions and a wobble to get to. So if you're ever doing a starter on these, make sure you have that. Otherwise, you'll never get it, and you'll cuss and throw things, and yeah, it'll be a disaster. So we got the starter out. We're gonna send that off to Taylor Auto Electric. They're here in Taylor, Texas. Do really good work. They've been around for ages, and yeah, do excellent work for very cheap as well. At first, I had our throttle linkage on here, right here, but it wouldn't. I pushed the pedal and it wouldn't do anything. I was hoping the pump wasn't locked up, but I took the linkage off, and our throttle linkage flows. Our throttle linkage works like it should with no linkage hooked up. So we'll either I lubed up the cable a little bit, and it does move now. So we'll see about replacing the cable altogether, or just see if that'll work for now. So first order of business is we're going to get that starter. As you can see, there's where the starter goes. We're going to get the starter fixed. I have to wait till Monday, which is tomorrow, to get that off to the shop. And then figure out the rat's nest of wiring problems this thing has. As you can see, just all over here, wires that have been cut. This ancient brake controller right here that has wires and brake lines that go to nowhere. There's also another brake controller in there. It's just years and years of people putting stuff on this truck and taking it off, hacking into wires, things of that nature. So yeah, this is the whole 12 valve, and I'm gonna pretty much leave the engine and pump how it is for right now and just get it running. I want to get it running nice. It's not gonna be a daily driver. It's just gonna be more of a play around truck. Maybe pull the pontoon boat with a little bit up at the lake. As you can see, the exterior of this truck, it was used as a work truck. It's, you know, we're lucky here in Texas that stuff lasts and we don't get rust, all that good stuff. So rust is very minimal in this. Good straight body. Mostly it's just going to need just paint, and that's about it. Had this flatbed on the back here. It's actually in really good shape. It just needs to be cleaned and painted. Add-on was all this wood stuff here. I'm going to pull all this off and just we're going to keep the flatbed and paint the flatbed black. As for the truck, I think we're going to go with maroon, but I'm not 100% yet. We'll just have to see. But let's go on. Oh, one other thing. Performance, weight reduction, whatever you want to call it, came without windshield wipers. Oh, and 2007 was the last time it was registered. So that's how you know it's good. All right, y'all, moving inside the truck here. Most everything works. I don't have the battery hooked up right now. I did earlier, and when I turn the key on, all the gauges come alive. Fuel gauge goes to about a quarter tank, which is good. The diesel actually smells like diesel. Who knows how long it's been in there, but we're gonna try to fire it up with what's in there, because diesel is not like gas. It won't go bad like gas does. The blower motor works. However, when I turn on the ignition, nothing in the information center pops up. Here is where you have your emergency brake light, wait to start light, water and fuel, all that good stuff, and nothing lights up. So we're gonna have to figure that out, because I also found on the grid heater relays that those are all unhooked. So we're gonna have to get a wiring diagram and see what we can do in that aspect. Interior wise, it's not that bad. It needs a good cleaning, which we bought some cleaning products, mainly for the steering wheel. I want to see how good this comes back. I've seen a bunch of cleaning videos, restoration videos that show stuff like this that they brought back to looking pretty nice. So we're gonna try it. Oh, here's another brake controller, because you can never have too many of those in a truck at one time. Headliner is non-existent. It's gone. Probably because it was falling down to begin with, but we'll fix that. Still has all the panels. I know this door panel is gone, but it still has the felt piece, and the door panel is actually right there, right behind the seat. Also, it looks like that plastic was made 4/26/89, or something happened on that date with this truck. All right, and then as you can see, we have things unplugged. This is the cable for the hood. It was all messed up, and this also has these super cool sliding vents, which the little handle came off of it, but for your feet to get air down there. Real old school. All right, so in part one, let's get a little bit cleaning done. Let's just see what we can do with the steering wheel. See if we can get this dash to even, well, that right there is even, it's amazing what happens when you take the dust off. But I think this truck's gonna come back nice, so let's get started. All right, so for detailing, I just got some interior cleaner. It's not the best stuff. I don't get paid by anybody, not sponsored, anything like that. So I just buy whatever I see. This happened to be at Walmart, and see how good it works. Also, I always have a brush, something not too coarse, but coarse enough that you can get all this grime off. Also, what I use on vents, and what we'll use in a little bit, is a paintbrush, or makeup brushes too, if your wife won't kill you. Wow, a lot better already. All right, obviously not done, but man, that looks so much better. Let's see if I can throw a before and after shot. I'm sure you remember seeing it was not long ago, but man, it's that looks pretty good. Now we'll just have to work on this part, and it may just be that it's so worn down. I may just throw a steering wheel cover over it and be done with it. Now, on these painted stuff, you don't want to use anything too aggressive. I'm not going to use that heavy brush on this. All right, y'all. So my short little video here on the interior cleaning, I think it actually cleans up pretty well. Steering wheel looks so much better than it did before. We don't have that grime on it anymore. We just have to work a little bit more on the outside. And the instrument cluster actually came out pretty well. Even our little information center right there, because you got to have that if you have the Cummins. So all right guys, well thanks again for tuning in. Stay tuned, because there's going to be a lot on this truck. This is probably going to take priority on most of the projects, just because it's fun. I love the 12 valves, and we're going to get way deep into this. So if you have any suggestions on first gens, the 12 valves, anything like that, please drop them in the comments below. Also leave a comment down below on what you're working on. All right, so that's all for today. Hope you like the new surprise here, and stick around because we're gonna have a lot more Cummins coming up. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and also consider subscribing, because we're gonna have a lot more like this and just anything else you can think of. Like I've said before, you never know what's gonna happen on this channel, and you don't. We go from boat motors, from mowers, to a 12 valve Cummins. I mean, who knew? Anyways, thanks again for watching, and we'll see y'all soon.